Hello and welcome, as always, Lynx here, and tonight we are playing Teru's Theater by Averona, who I did play one game from before. Now that I think about it, it's been a moment since I played it. My Dear Delirium, a really great game that actually eventually also got released as far as I'm concerned, so congrats on that. But it is Teru's Theater time today. Let's read the synopsis and then we'll jump to the game. The wonderful and entertaining puppeteer Teru has decided to put on a show. Join her in the audience as she retells one of her favorite tales of life. Longing and mysterious encounters within the forest. The game. Also, this is an entry for 0282 of 2025, so we are in this time of the year, and in a way it's always a fun time, to be fair. Let us begin Teru's Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, young and old, welcome to Teru's Theater.
Also, this game will be easier for me because there is voiceover, so that's always appreciated.
Many things get in our way as we seek what our souls desire. Often, the closer we come, the further they feel. So close you could touch them, but entirely out of reach.
True. It's always like that. It's right there, but no.
Sit back, my beloved audience, and listen to my heartfelt tale of two who wish to meet, despite the fetters of fate. One day,
I'm ready.
a young woman wandered the forest beneath the moonlight. The silent night grew quieter. The whispers of wind faded. The rustling of critters faltered.
Oh, that's not necessarily a good thing. If it happens, there might be a predator around.
This girl, Artemis, peered through the dark, searching for her goal, a flower most fine. Her eyes flickered around, and her prize was found.
Yay.
Found you. The petals shivered as her whisper washed over, but still it stood, pretty, proud, and perfect as could be. Yet in this forest of deathly quiet, Artemis was not alone.
Can I just say that I actually like the way this is being read? It is basically being read how I at least was sort of taught in schools. You would read like poems and so on. I like that.
A person?
Well, except for the dialogue, of course, but when it comes to like how she was telling the story, it felt like that.
As their eyes met, it felt like the very pulse of time itself died. Artemis looked away, finding her prized petals falling one by one. The townfolk said the forest was sick. Are you investigating too? A town so reliant on the forest at their doorstep. Just how desperate must they be to send such a young hopeful in the dead of night? You don't have anything to say? You're not doing this, are you? Ooh, and the words die before leaving his throat. And why wouldn't they, Ray? Before his eyes stood a teary-eyed maiden. Artemis, the corners of her eyes burning, held his gaze. Of course not. But this night isn't right. Let me walk you to town. though I may have to ask you for directions.
What?
Artemis raised a hand, a finger pointing his way home. Young and bold, Ray reached a hand for hers. Skittish and mysterious,
Oi, 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 oi.
Artemis retreated, the shadows beyond the clearing swallowing her, leaving Ray behind.
Dude, trying hand-holding barely after meeting? What is wrong with you? Come on.
Beneath the moonlight, where the wind refused to howl and no critter stirred, did the heart of a young man that night. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. A week passed, but Ray couldn't stop thinking of her. He'd returned to the site of their fateful encounter. He found scattered petals. The flowers she loved were no more. The trees and shrubs were bent, crying for their turbulent future. If I don't find the cause, there'll be nothing left. Step, step. He ventured further in. Eventually, she appeared, quietly observing the forest. Crack! A stick snaps, and her eyes dart to his. Her mouth wavered, the words she wished to speak, unspoken. Step. He approached. Step. She retreated. Bit by bit, they drew nearer. Artemis's hesitation faded, each step shooting a shiver up Ray's spine. You're always near flowers. You like them? She looks flower to foe, nodding. Perhaps he might understand. Perhaps she could open up. You can touch them. The way this forest is, you might not have many more chances.
Okay.
Gulp. She swallows her nerves and crouches. Yes, he'll understand. He said she could. She reaches out a hand, hovering over the bloom. Then, her finger brushed the stem. Petals fell, twisting and curling, the rot of decay claiming them. The bush drooped, fighting to survive. She gazed at Ray. She expected anger, as she'd seen before. His eyes held something else. Pity.
Interesting.
It was you. Would you spare this forest? Our town relies on it.
I mean, it's not like she wants to destroy it, I'm sure.
Her mouth moved, no sound emerging. Yet her shaking shoulders and teary eyes told him what she could not. The forest was all she had left. A stalemate in place, the two parted once more. Ray leaving Artemis alone, this time with not a word of concern. Days passed, the forest worsening. Animals fled, trees collapsed, livelihoods on the brink. The town formed a party, no longer waiting for Ray's investigations.
Oh boy.
Ray found himself in the forest again, running ahead of the party. Found you. The townfolk are coming to find the truth. If they learn it's you... His words died.
It will be game
but
over.
Artemis heard him loud and clear. She stood firm, casting her eyes about the forest. She only grew more resolute. Ray moved closer, ignoring the chill growing with each step. No, you can't stay. What's worth staying for? You're risking your life.
What if in the way she wouldn't care? I mean, because our narrator already said forest is all she had.
He froze, transfixed on her face. She once more opened her mouth. All I want is life. That's why I'm here. Each word bit into Ray, devouring his very essence. He barely remained standing, stepping closer, closer, holding her gaze. Then take it. Just not all of it. You want life? So travel. Explore. Feel the life beyond this forest. This forest is home. Like your town won't give up theirs, I won't give up mine.
Makes sense.
Who said you had to? Your home is here, and it will remain here. Give it time to grow, to live. And you'll return to a home more vibrant than you know. Artemis hesitated. Could she really leave her home? Would she be welcomed back? Ray, I won't let this forest die, or your home disappear. When you come back, I'll welcome you myself. So go, see what life has to offer.
I
And
clicked.
I'll hear it all when you return.
I didn't mean to click.
In her heart, she'd known, but refused to see. Artemis fled the forest, fast as her legs could carry her. Once she'd vanished into the distance, Ray fell. Shallow breath and heart skipping, light fading. Footsteps approached. He felt the townfolk lift him, leaving the forest behind. He would be back, and one day so would she. As for the future, that's for another show.
Ah! No! We need to know! Did they get to meet each other again? And so on. Did she return to the forest at all? What kind of adventures did she get while away? I want to know all of that. We need a continuation. And in a way, for a nice story. A really nice story that, well, again, O2A2, right? Isn't me? I think O2A2 was the one with, like, one asset and so on. I don't really exactly remember the correct rules, but let's see. Yeah, I was correct. Kind of, I think. One sprite. One character, one pose. I mean, technically the Puppeteer was the character and she had like dolls, right? One background, one illustration, 1000 words. Yeah, okay, I remember correctly. So those are like a must, I believe, rules. And there is also one background sound file, one sound effect, one voice actor, one piece of menu background, one main project. And this is like not in bold, so I assume this is like a nice addition to the rules, supposedly, but not something you need to obey. I think. To develop a game in 10 days, okay? Oh, what is not allowed? Demos. You know what? Yes, part 1. I agree. I fully support that approach. Unfinished project. I so support this being a thing. I really do. Maybe because I also am the type of person that prefers to play finished projects, basically. Yeah. As you may or may not know, basically, if a dev asks me to play their demo or prologue or whatever, then as long as the game interests me, I will play it. But otherwise, if I'm not being asked, no. Not really. All in all, for Teru's Theater, really nice little story. I wonder if, because I've never really run into one, if like Puppeteer shows like that are kind of common in some places in the world. Because again, I've never had the opportunity to see something like that, like face to face or face to puppet. And yeah, I thought I would like to see a show like that, I'll go lie. But hey, we have games, so there is a game about that. That's already something. I would say a good entry for 0282. Yeah. I say that out of a few games I found yesterday and then downloaded, this was a solid entrance. To be fair, I should look at the 0282 page and submissions and pick something from that, but I picked something only from main page of itch.io while browsing fresh releases. Yeah. With that being said, link to the game in description as always. You can also, of course, from there check other games from Averona. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking it. If you're new around, consider subscribing. Always super appreciated. Of course, if you do that, your chances of running into a Puppeteer show in real life increase. They also increase for me, I guess, from now on. And well, I wish you a fantastic day. Bye bye.